Alicia's Atlas daughters. Can we get everyone to please introduce themselves and their roles?
Hi, I'm Becca. I play Rhea, and I did makeup, and I did sound editing, and I produced, and I did writing, and I did 3 days of directing. Hello, I'm Elmarie. I play Dawn. I also did writing, a little bit of directing, editing, sound editing, color editing, a little bit of soundtrack.
Hi, my name is Jess. I play Iris, so I did a little bit of acting and a little bit of rewriting and editing and coloring and location and first ADing and I can't remember, but and producing and lots of other things.
Hello, my name is Eirini. My character is Alex Davis, and I did story, casting, wardrobe, a little bit of locations, a little bit of directing, co-producing, and yeah.
You were all involved in every decision, so might have a little bit of an answer from everybody. One thing that was really emphasized was that you guys have literally started this from nothing. Can anyone maybe shout out a couple of influences that really sparked this project?
I would love to talk about the whole idea sparked because we were in class one day and our teacher took us to these really cool like alley things that were under the classrooms, and we were walking through them and we were like, wow, this looks so dystopian. And then we all turned at each other and we were like, we need to make a dystopian movie right now, and so we did.
And while we're talking about where this all started, where did we get the name from?
How did it come to be, actually?
This is not.
Well, we were just thinking of a name for the geomagnetic storm, right? And then omega is, of course, the last letter in the Greek alphabet, and 1 is the first number, so we have that juxtaposition there, spoilers. But I don't remember how it actually came to be. It was purely because the concept sort of started around the world building. So we started with, how did we get to this dystopian world? How did the world get to this point? And then that's where we settled on like a sort of exaggerated, very much not realistic version of some sort of solar flare that obliterated technology on the Earth. And then we ended up calling that Omega 1, and then that sort of informed the title for the rest of the film.
When you kind of bring up the last letter and the first letter, obviously, I suppose that's referencing the fact that the world kind of ended, that was the last thing, and now we're starting something new. That kind of sparks me on a train of the symbolism. And one thing that I really noticed was the emphasis of feeling good instead of feeling okay or feeling well. Does anyone have any kind of comments to help us understand where that came from? What's the symbolism there?
Well, there was very intentional language there because we always say I'm good, as in I'm doing well, like I'm okay. But in this context, because our film grapples with inherent goodness and badness and good versus evil, it was very specific language use to sort of convey that. And make a really clear symbol there, because as I said in my interview, every single character is not necessarily just good or just evil, because the film grapples with whether humanity is inherently one or the other. And I think what we came to the conclusion is that it's not really possible to make that distinction, and everyone holds a bit of both inside of them. So I think the writing was very well done, and maybe the writers want to talk about specifically. Yeah, I mean, we like you said, we use very specific language and dialogue, and we also tried to, I guess, grapple with that with each character, and for ourselves as well, tried to figure out like, where would we place this character on a scale of, you know, are their intentions good? Does having a good intention make you a good person or not? And does intention have anything to do with your action and how that is perceived by the people around you, if that even matters to them or not? So a lot of the sort of intercourse between the characters and their connections with each other is informed by, I guess, their opinions on each other and their individual opinions on what good and bad means as characters and how they see the world and the people around them in that sense.
Do you have any kind of major events that any of you guys had experienced that contributed to this almost process of finding that theme?
Like real life or
Yeah, like real life things that you kind of brought with you into this script and into your characters and all of the developments.
Well, I personally wanted to make sure that from an actor's perspective that I could always justify Iris's actions. So there's a lot of talk as to whether or not she is. There's a lot of talk as to whether or not she's good or bad with what she does at the end. But I tried to make sure that from an actor's perspective, I could stand by her. So I think what I did personally was just make sure that I understood her perspective entirely and dove like extra deep into the way that she viewed everything, and to fully understand that she truly believes that she's a good person. So, have the best performance out there, and have the character out there as much as possible.
And we are totally being booted. So does anyone have one, or can we each get one quick word? What is something that you really feel like you're going to take with you from this film that's always going to be in your life now that this has been created?
I love sound, and I love sound editing, and I would love to do that, and sound stuff. And also, I like acting, and I also like makeup. Imperfection is a natural process of life, and to learn to accept that, and that learning is always the goal, no matter what the outcome is.
I think just do it. Honestly, there's nothing stopping you. You can borrow things all you want from your friends. But I think the main thing is just the passion. If you want to do it, just get out there and do it.
Kind of similar to yours, but I think this film has helped me release my very strong grasp on perfection. I think that's something that we've all learned to do, is to just keep learning, keep doing it, and release some of those unrealistic expectations that we all set ourselves.
Oh, congratulations. Sorry.
Oh, keep learning.
Well, yes, very. Oh, go.
You, what was I saying before? You love sound, you love acting. No, like you'll be surprised what like you can ask for things. What was
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Wait, what was it?
Just do it.
You'll be surprised by like what you can get, like just by asking.
100%. Yeah. Well, amazing. Thank you so much, guys. And the biggest congratulations. You have so much to be proud of, all of you.
Thank you.